Amidst the darkness of the African savannah, a low growl sounds from the undergrowth. Not a lion, not a leopard. Instead, a creature weighing less than 35 pounds. A honey badger caught in the crushing coils of a rock python 3 times its length. The python constricts. Its massive coils of muscle tighten around the small body like a living vice. Using the 6 millimeters of thick, loose skin around its neck, it turns inside the python's grip, grinds its teeth on the reptile's scales, and tears until its enemy relents. And this is not the only story this land has to tell. Welcome to Nature's Moments, where we explore the most extraordinary stories of the natural world. We begin with exiled kings, seekers of a crown forged in blood and fire. On the southern edge of the Serengeti, where red basaltic earth cracks into deep fissures and the horizon burns under the African sun, 3 shadows move across the land. Not lone lions, not an ordinary pride. But a coalition forged in adversity, bound by an unspoken oath. There is no trace of youthful innocence in their eyes, only the hard resolve of those who have survived exile, defeat, and isolation. One leads, his black mane a battle flag, carrying the fury of one who seeks to reclaim what was stolen. At his side are his loyal warriors, each driven by a thirst for glory and tempered by life or death combat. Researchers estimate the reign of a male lion coalition typically lasts just 2 to 4 years before a younger, stronger group arrives to overthrow them. Every day is precious, every battle decisive. Together, they move like a tide of gold and fire, their paws leaving deep impressions in the dry earth. They seek more than prey. They seek a kingdom. On the savannah, territory defines everything. No land, no pride, no legacy. Their path leads them into the heart of a territory long ruled by a solitary king, a ghost of a bygone era. Here, it is not speed that rules, but history and ancient ownership defended by instinct. As the coalition and the old ruler lock eyes, the plains fall silent. No words are needed. A low, rumbling growl rolls across the horizon. A challenge rings out, shattering the air like a thunderclap. And at last, after a crushing clash, the lone ruler yields. His reign is over. The coalition is no longer a wandering band. They are the rightful kings of this harsh corner of the Serengeti. The newly conquered land becomes a blood-soaked arena where power is born, where nomads rise to become monarchs. With their victory secured, the lionesses enter estrus. The season of mating begins. Cubs soon follow their tiny voices, echoing the birth of a dynasty forged in conflict. As dawn breaks, the lead male ascends a rocky outcrop and roars. The call carries for miles, summoning the lionesses and young males for their first coordinated hunt. This time, they do not target easy prey. No zebra, no antelope. They seek a rival worthy of their new reign, the African buffalo. The buffalo is no ordinary quarry. It is one of Africa's big five, not for its size, but for its sheer dangerousness. It is known as the Widowmaker, or the Black Death, for its long memory and a fury that never fades. A wounded buffalo will not flee. It will circle back, ambush, and retaliate. Nearly 2,000 pounds of muscle, armed with deadly curved horns that grow from a thick, nearly impenetrable shield of bone on its forehead. Backed by the unyielding spirit of its herd, it stands like a living fortress. A herd of buffalo will not hesitate to charge a pride of lions to rescue one of their own. For them, defense is attack. But for these lion warriors, that challenge is precisely what makes the hunt worthwhile. Under the alpha's command, the pride fans out in silence, taking measured steps, every muscle coiled like a spring. From yards away, a roar shatters the stillness. The chase ignites. The savannah trembles with the thunder of hooves and the sound of battle cries. The savage feast that follows is more than a meal. It is a declaration of dominance written in blood and claw. But ambition does not stop here. With their territory secure and their unity cemented, the three kings set their sights on an even greater challenge. The African elephant, an icon of ancient strength and wisdom. Weighing up to 6 tons. A mountain of flesh and bone, moving with the gravity of time itself. They are creatures of complex societies, ruled by an experienced matriarch. Their memories span decades, and their loyalty is absolute. To attack an adult is suicide. Their herds are a moving fortress, where every member is prepared to fight to the death to protect the young. Hidden in the tall grass, the pride waits. They are not seeking a direct confrontation. They are seeking a moment of vulnerability. Their target is the future of the herd, a young calf straying from the protective circle of its mother's legs. The attack is a symphony of calculated chaos. This is rare behavior recorded in only a few places across Africa where lions have learned to conquer the largest prey the land has ever borne. The savannah bears witness to a display of audacity and brutal tactics. This is not just a kill. It is a statement that in this coalition forged by blood, no prey is beyond reach. The afternoon sun glints on blood-stained fur. A solemn silence fills the air. The power of a kingly coalition is undeniable, a force built on domination and supremacy. But on this savannah, the crown does not only belong to the mighty. There is another kind of power, quieter, yet no less devastating, defined by an unbreakable vow of unity. Where the dawn casts a golden light over the vast grasslands, an army of mottled shadows appears. These are African wild dogs. Lean bodies, long legs, and large round ears that pivot constantly. They do not have the brute strength of a lion. They lack the bone-crushing jaws of a hyena. But they possess a far more formidable weapon, absolute unity. Every movement is perfectly synchronized. A glance is enough. A flick of the tail sends a clear message. Each individual is a vital part of a machine that operates with flawless precision. Only about 6,600 wild dogs remain on the continent, of which only around 1,400 are mature adults. The species faces the threat of extinction. But the numbers do not tell the whole story. What is extraordinary is how they live, how they decide, how they care. Before each hunt, the pack engages in a peculiar ritual. They sneeze. Scientists have discovered this is, in fact, a form of voting. The number of sneezes determines whether the pack will set out to hunt. Democracy in the heart of the wild savannah. When the pack decides to act, everything changes in an instant. At dawn, a herd of Impala grazes peacefully. A gentle breeze carries a scent that only the wild dogs truly understand, the scent of opportunity. With their lyre-shaped horns and elegant build, they are the embodiment of savannah grace. But that beauty conceals an immutable truth. They were born to flee. Every muscle is a coiled spring, every ear a living radar, scanning for the unseen danger on the wind. The pack spreads out without a sound, splitting into smaller groups to form an invisible net around the herd. No growls, no premature charges, just pure calculation. Then the leader gives the signal. Chaos erupts. The pack surges forward in a storm of speed and determination. When the chosen Impala collapses from exhaustion, it is brought down in seconds. The meal is shared amidst growls and quick bites. This solidarity is not mere kindness. It is a survival technique, honed over millions of years of evolution. The hunting success rate of wild dogs is 60 to 90% higher than any other large predator on the continent. Not through individual strength, but through the seamless coordination of every member. Below the ground, a system of dens conceals the next generation. Sheltered by the earth and the warmth of the pack, the pups await their share. Their sharp yelps call the adults to return with fresh meat and regurgitate it for them. For most carnivores, this behavior would be unthinkable. Here, it is law. No one is left behind. The future of the pack belongs to all. But on the savannah, victory always brings peril. As the pack feeds, the scent of blood carries to a giant. A golden shadow moves through the tall grass. The pack surrounds the intruder, barking, nipping, harassing from all sides. They know the fight is hopeless, but their loyalty transcends fear. The savannah offers no time for funerals. As dusk settles, the pack regroups. They move through the dry grass not as scattered survivors, but as a single body. The loss is painful, but it also forges their bond ever stronger. In the memory of every pup, every adult, the lesson remains: the pack survives only when it stands together. As the dry season tightens its grip, the hunt becomes ever more grueling. The sun bakes the earth, waterholes vanish. Prey migrates across vast distances. The dogs cover tens of miles each day, crossing cracked plains and dry riverbeds. Their paws endure, their bodies adapt, their spirit never wavers. Even when faced with invisible threats, rabies or distemper, epidemics that can wipe out an entire pack, the dogs respond in the only way they know how: together. The weak are fed, the sick are protected. Though death claims some, the lesson endures: the pack is the embodiment of resilience, standing firm against the impossible. Under the full moon, the pack rests in a circle, their bodies touching for warmth and security. Their breathing synchronizes as if they share a single heartbeat. The dawn will bring a new hunt, new prey, and new dangers. But with each passing day, each step taken side by side, the truth of their power becomes ever clearer. Alone, they are vulnerable. Together, they are invincible. African wild dogs are more than just hunters. They are the living embodiment of the power of unity. In a world where every creature fights for itself, they are a reminder that true strength lies not in the largest fang or the loudest roar. It lies in the ability to move as one, to endure as a single force. But on the savannah, unity has many faces. And there is another species more profoundly misunderstood than any other that also possesses incredible collective power. In the vast African wilderness, where the sun beats down on endless golden fields and red earth, an unmistakable sound rips through the air, the hoarse, chilling laughter of the hyena. It is a voice that mirrors the harshest realities of life on the plains. For generations, the hyena has been dismissed as a scavenger, a shadow waiting for others to finish their hunt. But that belief is far from the truth. Hyenas are master hunters. Their skill and lethality are second to none, rivaling that of lions or cheetahs. They do not move with the grace of the great cats, nor do they possess the explosive speed of the cheetah. But their strength lies elsewhere in their unparalleled stamina and their astounding tactical coordination. A mature spotted hyena can weigh up to 190 pounds. Its compact body is powered by dense muscle and the most powerful jaws in the animal kingdom. With a bite force exceeding 1,100 psi, equivalent to 4,500 newtons, a hyena's jaws can crush the toughest bones that no other predator can touch. Where many predators take only the meat, the hyena consumes nearly everything: flesh, hide, bone, and the nutrient-rich marrow within. But their true dominance comes not from the individual, but from the clan. And here is what is most astonishing. Spotted hyena society is ruled entirely by females. This is one of the very few large mammal species where the female holds absolute power. The lowest-ranking female in a clan still stands above the highest-ranking male who joins from the outside. Clans range from 10 to 80 members, operating with the coordinated precision of a military unit. Every individual understands their role. The savannah becomes a battlefield, and the hyenas are master strategists. In an open field, a herd of wildebeest grazes in the fading light. The peace seems secure. But hidden in the tall grass, the keen eyes of a hyena have already locked onto a single target. The clan has made its decision. A distracted wildebeest, lagging behind the herd, becomes the focus. No growls, no premature charges, just silent, careful movements as the hyenas spread out to form a closing circle. Then the silence shatters. A lead hyena rushes forward, forcing the wildebeest to run directly into the path of the waiting ambush. Within seconds, the wildebeest is down, overcome by overwhelming numbers. Jaws tear through hide and bone. The feast begins. Even while eating, their vigilance never fades. Ears pivot constantly. Eyes scan the horizon. On the savannah, any meal can turn into a battle. As the dry season yields, the first rains sweep across the cracked earth. The once barren landscape begins to bloom, heralding the start of a new cycle. Among the dew-covered bushes, the clan has chosen a high, secluded den. Here, the matriarch gives birth to her first litter. She is no longer a nomad. Now, she is a mother. The cubs are born blind and fragile, but they carry the hope of a new generation. Their dark fur and piercing cries mark a new chapter for the clan. The cubs grow quickly. Unsteady legs soon carry them into bold, playful steps, nipping, chasing, wrestling, rehearsing for the battles that await them in adulthood. But the savannah never rests. Taking advantage of the clan's dispersal after a hunt, a massive figure looms. It is a lone male lion, an ancient enemy, bearing the promise of destruction. With overwhelming power, it strikes at the heart of the den before the females can rally a defense. In the wild, eliminating a rival's next generation is a brutal survival tactic. As the evening light fades and the savannah is cast in a coppery glow, the honey badger begins its patrol. The darkness is its shield, the silence, its greatest ally. It moves through the bush with a low, determined gait, sniffing, digging, searching. At a glance, its appearance is unimpressive. A body barely 3 feet long, weighing between 20 and 35 pounds. Its back is covered in a silver-gray mantle that shimmers in the sun, a stark contrast to its dark underbelly. But beneath this modest exterior lies a formidable arsenal, a fighting machine honed by millions of years of evolution. The honey badger's jaws are strong enough to crush a tortoise's shell, something even a lion's fangs cannot easily penetrate. Its claws are curved and sharp, nearly 2 inches long, shaped for a single purpose: to dig, to tear, and to fight. No feast is too small for this warrior. Its hunger never rests. As the honey badger retreats to its subterranean fortress, the savannah reveals another stage where power is measured not in tenacity, but in flashes of pure muscle. On a high termite mound, a slender silhouette appears in the harsh sunlight. This is the cheetah, the embodiment of speed, the fastest hunter on land. Unlike the brutish form of the hyena or the muscular bulk of the lion, the cheetah possesses the beauty of a perfectly aerodynamic machine. A slender body, a flexible spine like a steel spring, and black tear lines running from its eyes, a design of nature to reduce the glare of the African sun. It needs no pack. It needs no protection of numbers. Its only weapon is a single, explosive moment where time itself seems to stand still. Not far away, a herd of Thompson's gazelles grazes, completely unaware that a death sentence has been signed. The cheetah begins its approach. It glides through the grass like a ghost, each footstep so light that not a single dry leaf rustles. The distance closes. And then the stillness shatters. The cheetah explodes forward. Each stride covers up to 23 feet, its non-retractable claws acting like running spikes, gripping the dry earth. It is a display of engineering and absolute precision. The Thompson's gazelle tumbles, and the cheetah's jaws lock onto its windpipe. But supreme speed comes at the cost of complete exhaustion. After the chase, the cheetah stands with a racing heart, its body burning like an overheated engine. It has no time to celebrate. Its existence is a song both proud and tragic, a hunter with the power of lightning, yet one who must always live in fear of being robbed by those who are stronger. On the savannah, every victory is but a temporary note in a grand symphony. The strength of the pack is undeniable. But the savannah still makes room for legends written by a single individual, a small warrior defying all rules with an iron will. Sometimes, power is a shared heartbeat, an unspoken oath between many bodies with a single mind. That power operates like an algorithm of life, turning coordination into destiny and sacrifice into legacy. It is also an affirmation that no one is left behind, that the future of the species is protected by absolute solidarity. And at other times, power is a solitary flame, a silent roar that refuses to be extinguished amidst overwhelming odds. The embodiment of pure defiance, of courage measured in scars, not in size. A powerful testament that, even when faced with crushing forces, a resilient will can carve its own path. These are not opposing paths, but different melodies in the same great song of survival. With every dawn, the stage is reset. With every dusk, the roles are exchanged. Because here, there is no final victory and no permanent defeat. There is only the endless rhythm of life, a symphony that never seeks applause and never pauses to mourn. It simply continues. Thank you for joining us on Nature's Moments. The natural world has countless more stories waiting to be told. We'll see you on our next exploration. This is Uganda. East Africa, a land where mist-shrouded rainforests, sun-drenched savannas, and winding rivers carve through deep valleys. Together, they form a stage where every creature plays an irreplaceable role in a drama of survival, millions of years in the making. From the misty peaks of the windy, impenetrable forest, where nearly 500 of the world's last mountain gorillas move silently through the canopy, to the vast plains of Queen Elizabeth. Elephant, buffalo, lion, antelope. Each writes a new chapter in this land's story. Every day, without pause. Uganda is not just a place where nature exists. It is a place where nature tells its own story. In every roar, every wing beat, every footprint pressed into the mud. But to understand that story, one must first understand this. In Uganda, even the peace can be lethal. Welcome to Nature's Moment, where we explore the most profound mysteries of the natural world. And today's story begins beneath the water, where a silent empire reigns. On the placid stretches of the White Nile and the Kazinga Channel, hundreds of pairs of eyes break the surface. This is the territory of the hippopotamus. A creature whose colossal appearance conceals a deadly temperament. An adult hippo weighs an average of 7,000 pounds, more than a small truck. But that seemingly ponderous body hides astonishing agility. On land, a hippo can reach speeds of 19 miles per hour, faster than any human sprinter on the planet. Underwater, it glides almost without a sound, leaving only the faintest ripple on the surface. A phantom in the river, easily mistaken for a floating log. The hippo's jaw opens to nearly 150 degrees, the widest gape of any terrestrial mammal. Tusks, over a foot long, can tear through hardwood with a single bite. But its most fearsome power lies in its territoriality. Each dominant male claims a stretch of river as his own. Any intruder, another hippo, a crocodile, or a human, can become the target of an instantaneous attack. The hippopotamus is responsible for more human fatalities in Africa than any other large animal. Its sluggish appearance is the most perfect camouflage evolution has ever devised. As darkness falls, the hippos leave the river. They climb the banks and lumber onto the grasslands to feed. Each night, a single hippo consumes around 90 pounds of fresh grass. This enormous demand forces them to travel for miles before dawn. Then, as the sun rises, they return to the water, a rhythm that has repeated for millions of years on the rivers of Uganda. Without deviation, without exception. Remarkably, hippos also secrete a viscous red fluid onto their skin, a substance many once mistook for blood sweat. It is, in fact, a natural sunscreen, protecting their sensitive skin from ultraviolet rays and bacteria. Within hippo society, hierarchies are maintained by constant contests between the males. Their roars echo across the water. But beneath this aggression lies a sophisticated system of cooperation. Every individual is protected. The best grazing is shared in an orderly fashion. The young are kept at the center of the pod, encircled by adults. This arrangement is not random. It is a defensive architecture passed down through generations. The hippopotamus proves that true power lies not just in the jaw, it lies in the ability to hold one's territory and hold one's family together. The Nile crocodile is one of the most ancient predators still living on Earth. Its body plan has remained almost unchanged since the age of dinosaurs, when giants still commanded the land. "200 million years, and evolution has yet to find a better design. Thick, armored scales encase a body that can grow up to 15 feet long. Underwater, it is nearly invisible. To lie still is to disappear. It can go for weeks without food between successful hunts. Every calorie is spent at the right moment, for the right purpose. A flawless survival strategy that conserves every drop of energy. When the daylight is too intense, the Nile crocodile hauls itself onto the bank to bask, its mouth agape to release heat, as motionless as a decaying log. But that stillness is the river's greatest lie. But not every predator in Uganda relies on brute force. In the shadows of the savannah woodland, where light filters through in thin, broken shafts, a slender form moves without a sound. The leopard, the most solitary hunter of Africa's big cats. Its coat of golden rosettes blends perfectly with the dappled light of the forest floor. It was born to disappear into the landscape. Unlike lions, which hunt in prides, the leopard employs a different strategy: pure patience. It is an art it has perfected over millions of years of evolution. It can lie motionless on a branch for hours. Its keen eyes scan every thicket below, waiting for the perfect moment. A leopard's night vision is 7 times more powerful than a human's. The darkness is not a barrier, it is an absolute advantage. When the moment comes, the attack is silent. A precisely calculated leap, and the prey is brought down before it can even register the danger. But what is most extraordinary is not how a leopard kills. It is how it protects its prize. With immense muscular strength, it hauls its kill, sometimes heavier than itself, high into the branches of a tree. where hyenas cannot reach, where lions cannot climb. There, in the Ugandan twilight, the leopard eats alone. Solitary, but invincible. Its menu is astonishingly diverse, from young antelope, monkeys, and birds to reptiles. This dietary flexibility allows the leopard to survive even when primary prey becomes scarce, something a specialist hunter can never do. It marks its territory with scent and claw marks on tree trunks, invisible signals that humans do not see, but which every animal in the forest understands. This area is claimed. Each successful hunt is proof that on the savannah, sophistication can defeat brute strength. But in the open grasslands where there are no trees for cover and every direction is exposed, survival demands an entirely different equation. Here, speed is the only currency that matters. And no animal spends it better than the impala. As the midday sun beats down on the Ugandan plains, herds of impala move through the tall grass with a vigilance that never wavers. Large, dark eyes, set on the sides of the head, give them a field of vision of nearly 360 degrees without turning. Every shadow, every shift in the wind is noted. The impala is not the largest or the strongest animal on the plains. But it possesses a gift few can match, the art of flight on land. When danger strikes, the impala explodes. Its slender body launches from the ground, covering 33 feet in a single bound. It soars 10 feet into the air, then lands and leaps again, as if gravity were a suggestion, not a command. Top speed can reach 55 miles per hour. Combined with its ability to change direction in an instant, the impala turns any chase into a nightmare for a predator. Lions, leopards, African wild dogs all know that pursuing an impala in the open is a gamble the hunter often loses. But individual speed is only half the equation. Impala live in herds, dozens of eyes scanning the horizon, dozens of ears listening to the wind. When one spots a threat, an alarm call ripples through the herd in less than a second. A chain reaction, faster than the predator's stride. They do not rely on sight alone. Primal instinct makes them react to unusual shadows, a strange scent on the breeze, and vibrations in the earth. In the dry season, when the grass is scorched and water is scarce, impala must travel miles in search of fresh pasture and water holes. That endurance, coupled with speed and vigilance, allows them to persist, though they live every day in the crosshairs of every predator on the plains. But if the impala is a master of speed, another Ugandan antelope has chosen the opposite path. Pure power and resilience. The eland, Africa's largest antelope, stands on the plains like a mobile fortress. A mature bull can weigh nearly 2,000 pounds with spiral horns that cut a profile against the sky. Its shadow falls upon the land like a citadel. Where the impala flees, the eland stands its ground. This is its philosophy of survival. Its massive body gives it access to food that smaller species cannot reach. High leaves, tough bark, and dry branches others ignore. Its height allows it to exploit a second tier of the savannah, where food remains plentiful even when the ground has been baked white by the sun. But the eland's most incredible physiological feat is how it contends with the heat. On scorching days, instead of sweating and losing precious water, the eland allows its body temperature to rise by up to 13 degrees Fahrenheit above normal. It stores heat by day, then radiates it away into the cool night air. Scientists call it adaptive hypothermia. This strategy allows the eland to survive with almost no need to drink. It has taken evolution millions of years to perfect this energy-saving machine. Though not a predator, its size and strength make the eland a formidable target. Its powerful legs and sharp, spiraled horns create a daunting defensive barrier. A kick from an eland can break a lion's ribs. The predators know this and often choose an easier meal. Eland move in small family groups, coordinating their defense in this harsh terrain. Their quiet but indomitable presence on the savannah is a testament to an unchanging principle. In nature, the survivor is not always the fastest. Sometimes it is simply the most resilient. Amid the vast grasslands of Murchison Falls, a towering silhouette is etched against the blue sky. The Rothschild's giraffe, the tallest creature in the animal kingdom, stands as a living watchtower, surveying the savannah from a height no other can match. Its neck, many feet long, is more than a tool for feeding. It is the most perfect early warning system on the plains. From its vantage point, a giraffe can spot a lion or leopard from hundreds of yards away, long before they are close enough to launch an attack. Its diet consists mainly of acacia leaves from the high canopy, which no other browsers can reach. This privilege allows the giraffe to avoid direct competition with dozens of other species. What makes the story of the Rothschild's giraffe in Uganda so special lies in a number. Over 1,500 individuals now live in Murchison Falls. They have returned from the brink of extinction thanks to decades of persistent conservation efforts. This is one of Africa's rarest conservation success stories. Proof that when humanity does more than just watch, nature can heal its own wounds. But even in that success, shadows still linger on the horizon. The lion is the only cat that lives and hunts in a social group. The lionesses play the leading roles. They spread out in a pincer formation, moving through the tall grass like golden phantoms. Every step, every position is meticulously calculated. The attack truly begins long before a claw touches hide. But the Cape buffalo are not easily intimidated like zebra or wildebeest. The harsh reality is that lions are successful in only 20 to 30% of their hunts. Most chases end in failure, or even with serious injury and broken bones for the hunters. Researchers believe that climbing into the branches of fig and acacia trees helps them escape biting insects on the ground and catch the cooling breeze above. It is for this reason that, in the Ashasha sector, the lions have developed a behavior rarely seen anywhere else in the world to recover their energy. They climb trees. The sight of these apex predators lounging on high branches, tails dangling in repose, is a visual spectacle unique to Uganda. Ultimately, lions serve as the guardians of the ecosystem. By controlling the numbers of herbivores, they prevent the grasslands from being overgrazed to the point of collapse. It is one of nature's paradoxes. The ecosystem requires the death dealt by the predator to sustain life for the whole. On this savannah, neither side wins forever. It is this endless contest that keeps the pulse of Queen Elizabeth beating for generations to come. But life on the grasslands is not only about great battles. Many species choose a different path, quieter, but no less intense. As the afternoon light fades over Queen Elizabeth, two species stand out against the twilight canvas, the topee and the zebra. Both survive by a shared principle. The power of the group. The topee, with its glossy, reddish-brown coat and lyre-shaped horns, is one of Africa's fastest antelopes. It can reach speeds of 50 miles per hour when threatened, fast enough to leave most predators behind. But speed is not its primary weapon. Topee organize themselves into small family groups. Adults stand guard on the periphery, while the young are hidden in the center. A sentinel stands on the highest termite mound in its territory, its sharp eyes scanning for any unusual movement all the way to the horizon. When danger is spotted, the topee shifts to top speed. It leads the group into dense thickets, turning the vegetation itself into a shield against pursuit. During the dry season, topee must travel miles to find green pasture. They can go for days without drinking if their food contains enough moisture. This remarkable adaptability has allowed the topee to survive months-long droughts, when less hardy species are forced to move on. Alongside the topee, the zebra writes its story of survival with a visual secret, one that evolution has spent millions of years refining. The black and white stripes that adorn its body are not just for show. They are one of the most sophisticated camouflage systems in the animal kingdom. When a herd of zebra moves together, the stripes merge into a dizzying optical illusion. A predator cannot distinguish one individual from another. The entire herd becomes a single shimmering entity. A moving mosaic against which any attack is likely to fail. Each individual is protected by all. Every step is synchronized with the herd. A zebra herd is led by a dominant stallion. They move, feed, and rest as one, a bond more powerful than any fang. In the dry season, zebra gather in even larger herds for increased protection. Their ability to digest tough, dry grasses gives them an advantage when other food sources have withered away. Both topi and zebra are living proof of one truth. On the African plains, those who cooperate survive. Those who walk alone vanish. But cooperation is not the only strategy. There is one creature that survives on pure intelligence and surprising courage. The common warthog. With its low, compact body and muscles coiled beneath a rough hide, the warthog does not look impressive. But to underestimate it is a grave mistake. The warthog is an expert digger. Its tough, powerful snout cuts through dry earth in seconds, unearthing roots, tubers, and small insects hidden below the surface. In an ecosystem where resources are unevenly distributed, the ability to exploit food from underground is an advantage few other species possess. Though often seen alone, warthogs also form small groups to protect their young. This combination of bravery and strength makes it an opponent that predators prefer to face only out of desperation. But the warthog also knows when to retreat. Given the chance, it will bolt into thick bush, a rocky crevice, or a self-dug burrow, using any feature of the terrain to escape. It lives on the fine line between courage and caution. It is this balance that keeps it alive in one of Africa's most unforgiving landscapes. If you, too, are captivated by these stories of survival, share with Nature's Moment in the comments below. Which Ugandan animal surprised you the most? But of all the creatures that leave their mark on the savannah, there is one whose very presence shapes the entire ecosystem. The African bush elephant, the largest land animal on the planet. Every day, a single adult elephant consumes between 330 and 660 pounds of vegetation, leaves, bark, roots, grasses, and fruit. This enormous appetite makes the elephant the unwitting architect of the savannah. Every tree it pushes over creates an opening for sunlight to break through. New grass grows where the trunk once stood, feeding zebra, impala, and dozens of other species. A chain reaction that begins with a single footstep. Elephant dung disperses seeds across the plains. The digestive process actually increases germination rates. Each dropping is a potential garden in the dry grasslands. In the dry season, when the earth cracks and surface water disappears, elephants use their tusks and trunks to dig deep into the ground for subterranean water. These natural wells save not only the elephants, but the dozens of other species that depend on the water the elephants provide. An elephant herd is led by a matriarch. She passes down to the next generation the knowledge she has accumulated over decades. The location of water holes, safe migration routes, how to react when lions approach. The matriarch's memory is the most valuable asset the herd possesses. It determines who lives, who dies, and where the herd will go when the dry season seems to have no end. But because the elephants are more united than any pride of lions, researchers have observed that elephants can recognize the bones and tusks of their own dead. They will pause, touch them with their trunks, and stand silently beside them, a behavior that science has yet to fully explain. It suggests that elephants do not just live in herds for survival. Perhaps they live together for something deeper than instinct. Elephants do not just live in the ecosystem, they create it. The existence of this one species is a reminder that from the smallest blade of grass to the most colossal beast, everything is connected in a fragile web. The snapping of one thread in that web could cause the entire structure to collapse. And no one knows which thread is the last. Uganda is not an unchanging paradise. Habitat loss, human-wildlife conflict and poaching are daily threats. Many of the species we have just witnessed, the Rothschild's giraffe, the elephant, the leopard, are on the red list of the International Union for Conservation of Nature. But the story of the Rothschild's giraffe, from the verge of disappearing to a thriving population of over 1,500, is proof that when people choose to act, nature responds. That success did not come from a miracle. It came from the rangers who patrol every night, the scientists who count every individual, and the local communities who chose conservation over exploitation. Every species on these plains is a chapter in a book that nature has been writing for millions of years. From the crocodile lying motionless in the water to the elephant that silently moves a forest. Uganda is where that book is still being written. Page by page, day by day. And beneath the tranquil surface of this land, life has never stopped moving. Thank you for joining us on Nature's Moment. The natural world has countless more stories waiting to be told. If you haven't already subscribed, now is the perfect time. We'll see you on the next journey. In Tsavo, a sun-scorched land, the crown is not forged from gold or diamonds. It is woven from fear, and its ultimate symbol is a thing of vanity, the magnificent mane. The mane is armor in battle, a defiant declaration of a king's authority. But here, in the searing heat of Eastern Africa, a thick mane becomes a death sentence. It causes the body to overheat, a fatal flaw in the relentless war of survival. And so the kings of Tsavo wear a different aspect. They are almost bare-headed kings without a throne. Yet, the paradoxes of nature are without end. Into this kingdom of bold warriors, a new power has risen. They are a minority, but they carry the bloodline of rulers with high levels of testosterone and an enviable immune system. A war for the throne is inevitable. The native king recognizes his disadvantage. No blood is shed, yet the contempt is palpable. From this moment, the balance of power in Tsavo has shifted. The maneless shadows recede into darkness. A dynasty of new tyrants has officially begun. A message is sent across the savannah. The new king has arrived. All must be ready. But power is not built on muscle alone. An empire must be fed. That is the duty of the lionesses, the tireless hunters of the pride. The males, meanwhile, are charged with defending the territory and guarding the young. To consolidate a fledgling empire, the first hunts need not be the most sanguinary. Sometimes, survival lies in more practical targets. This time, the quarry is a zebra. Weighing around 660 pounds, one zebra provides enough energy for the entire pride at a much lower risk. The hunt begins. Their camouflage is an ingenious visual mechanism that scrambles their enemy's perception. When the herd moves as one, the black and white stripes create an optical illusion, making it almost impossible for a predator to single out an individual. But should one be separated, its fate is sealed. The lioness's heart is too small for her body, making her incapable of sustained, long-distance pursuits. Therefore, the hunt must be concluded with haste. A precise bite to the windpipe, and it all ends in silence. Weakness has its own distinct scent, and on the savannah it travels far. The Nile crocodile has scented it. After strenuous activity, the body compels the lion to seek water for cooling. It is also sometimes a comfort for the hunger following a failed hunt. Lions can swim, but they despise the water. Their dense fur becomes a leaden armor, neutralizing all agility. If the Nile crocodile is in the water, the lion stands almost no chance. Not only in the water, but on land too, the giants are beginning to speak up. Even the most serene architects of this vast land refuse to bow to this crown. Their disdain needs no concealment. The young bull elephants are passing through a period of intense hormonal change. Their aggression and self-assurance are absolute. To an elephant, a lion is no worthy adversary. But the great cats are persistent enemies. If they cannot bring down the giant, they will vent their fury on the next generation. The classic target, a fragile link, vulnerable and often separated from the herd. But at close range, a mother elephant's roar can vibrate the chest and disrupt the attacker's nervous system. The lion finds no opening. God could not be everywhere, and therefore he made mothers. Challenged from all sides and humbled by hunger, the new dynasty understands that to reclaim the throne, a coronation of blood is required. And the target will not be the weak. It is the African buffalo, a true mobile fortress. Weighing up to 1,500 pounds, with a horn span of over 3 feet, the buffalo is every predator's nightmare. They are the cause of more serious injuries to lions than any other prey. If a lone lion attacks, its chances of walking away unscathed are only about 20%. But when the whole pride joins the fray, their odds of survival double. The lionesses are the backbone of every battle. This is the moment for the new king to prove his worth. The battle erupts, red dust settling on the giant's form. The scent of fresh blood is not foul, but rich and intense. The throne has been secured. Having reasserted their power, their ambition now turns to greater heights. The ultimate prize appears, the Maasai giraffe, a giant of over 16 feet. A single one of its kicks could shatter a lion's skull. But these hunters understand the harsh laws of nature. The taller they are, the harder they fall. The giraffe's enormous heart, weighing over 24 pounds, must work furiously to pump blood to the brain against gravity, creating immense blood pressure. When pursued, its heart rate soars, pushing its body to its biological limit. And the lions know this. They wait, patiently, until their prey is exhausted. The peace is over. They tear through the thick hide at its softest points. The smell of death spreads, attracting the cleaners of the savannah. The new dynasty has not merely survived, it has achieved absolute dominion. Tsavo is not a chessboard for lions alone. For generations, humans have branded the spotted hyena as a cowardly scavenger, but this is a profound misunderstanding. In truth, they hunt up to 90% of their own food, thanks to a special weapon, limitless endurance. With a heart significantly larger for its body size, the hyena turns every hunt into a marathon of attrition. The savagery is even more apparent when the prey is a zebra. For them, the speed of consumption is a matter of survival. There is no mercy, no last words. The prey is torn apart while it still draws breath. However, on these dusty plains, scarcity sometimes forces the hyena to change its tactics. This is when the other 10% of their scavenging instinct comes to the fore. Their most frequent victim is the cheetah. For the cheetah, justice is a non-existent luxury. To achieve its godlike speed of 70 miles per hour, it has sacrificed all muscular strength and defensive capability. After every chase, the cheetah falls into a state of severe oxygen debt, and the hyenas know this precisely. The cheetah can become prey at any moment. Even with hungry cubs at her side, she cannot risk a confrontation with the bone-crushing jaws of the robber. In the end, the true master of the game is still the lion. Despite a recent decline in performance, very few dare to confront them head-on. This time, however, the lion's ambition extends far beyond its stomach. It sees a threat that must be eliminated, sleeping in the innocent eyes of the hyena cubs in their dark den. Hyena society operates as a strict matriarchy. The males are second-class citizens, nomadic and irresponsible. Thus, the single mothers are forced to leave their dens to hunt for the energy needed to nurse their young. This absence is a death sentence. When the piercing cry of a severed bloodline rings out, the hyena mothers race back in an adrenaline-fueled rage. But confronting two male lions at once is too much, even for a large hyena clan. They have won. But as the hyenas retreat, their gaze is no longer one of simple terror. That look reveals a new truth. The absolute respect for the king is gone. The war in Tsavo will never end. At the age of 3, the young princes of Amboseli face a harsh sentence: exile. This is nature's iron law to keep the bloodline strong, compelling the sons to carry their genes to distant lands. On their arduous journey, these exiles eventually find one another. They stop in Tsavo, a land bordering their mother's homeland, where an old order is about to be overthrown. These young males know exactly who rules this place. They do not rush, but conceal themselves in silence, moving like shadows. The moment finally arrives when they realize they are at their physical peak. While the old monarch is now but a ghost of his past, a scarecrow king defeated by time. Those who once ruled by force must now pay the price with their very throne. In the natural world, cruelty can be an effective survival strategy. By eliminating the offspring of the previous regime, the new kings force the females' bodies to stop producing this hormone, returning them to their reproductive cycle in a matter of weeks. It is how the selfish gene ensures its presence across generations. Soon, new litters are born. The dedicated care of both males and females brings a rare period of peace to Tsavo. The relentless, yet calculated, wheel of nature begins a new cycle. Against this backdrop, the native maneless lions of Tsavo begin to hold their heads high with pride. The fear has vanished with the fall of the old rulers. Though the future remains an uncertain mystery, for this moment at least, the true kings have reclaimed their dignity. For generations, the maneless lion has been, is, and always will be the undying symbol, the very soul of this harsh land of Tsavo. The space is quiet, the wind exceptionally gentle. The waves glide quietly over the surface, carrying the rhythm of a world long since awakened. Here, in the open waters of the planet's largest ocean, life begins not with sound or strength, but with patience and time. Beneath the surface, sunlight fades into shifting shades of blue. Tiny, invisible, yet essential floating organisms gather in the ocean currents. They are the first sparks in a chain that sustains the entire ocean. From these fragile beginnings, ecosystems arise and life radiates. This is a world shaped by movement, by tides and temperatures, and by the unseen currents that guide all living things. Every creature, from the smallest to the largest, plays a part in maintaining the balance of this colossal system. On this journey, we discover 5 creatures that represent the stages of life in the Pacific. From a silent genesis to the most extraordinary forms, this is the story of the Pacific Ocean. A story in which life truly begins to flourish. Plankton, the very genesis of life. Suspended in the water and carried endlessly by the currents are trillions of microscopic organisms known as plankton. They are adrift and aimless, guided by temperature, light, and the slow circulation of the sea. Energy becomes structure, and structure becomes habitat. From the dense architecture of the coral reef, life begins to move outwards. The energy that was once plankton, then shaped into coral, now fuels larger travelers. Among them is the sea turtle, a relic from an ancient world. For over 100 million years, sea turtles have navigated these waters, long before the reefs reached their present form. Guided by instinct and the currents, they move between feeding grounds and nesting beaches, linking distant ecosystems into a single living network. Around the reefs, sea turtles graze on algae and invertebrates. In doing so, they help to regulate the health of the reef, preventing overgrowth and maintaining balance. But turtles do more than just feed. As they travel immense distances, they transport nutrients from one region to another. What begins on the reef is carried out into the open ocean. And what forms in distant waters is brought back to coastal habitats. By their movement alone, sea turtles spread life. Their slow presence contrasts with the speed of the fish and predators around them. Yet this calm endurance is their strength. They withstand storms, shifting currents, and long migrations with remarkable resilience. Survival, however, is never guaranteed. Only a tiny fraction of hatchlings will ever reach adulthood. Those that do survive carry the memory of the ocean within them, returning, decades later, to the very same beaches where their journey began. From coral cities to the open sea, the sea turtle embodies the next stage. They are not the builders like the coral, but the conveyors carrying life forward. As life expands beyond the reefs, the ocean becomes a place of perpetual motion. Here, survival depends on awareness and cooperation. It is in these waters that the dolphin thrives. Moving in close-knit pods, dolphins are among the most intelligent animals in the ocean. Their world is shaped not by sight, but by sound. Through a series of clicks and whistles, they communicate, coordinate, and navigate the vast blue expanse. Dolphins hunt together, encircling shoals of fish and acting as a single, unified entity. Each individual understands its role, its movements perfectly attuned to the group. What one dolphin senses, the entire pod reacts to. In this way, intelligence becomes a shared resource, increasing the chances of survival for all. Their presence reflects the growing complexity of life in the Pacific. Where plankton drifts blindly and coral stands still, dolphins move with purpose. They learn, adapt, and remember. Knowledge is passed from one generation to the next. Hunting techniques, migration routes, social bonds. Dolphins also play a vital role in maintaining balance. By preying on mid-sized fish, they help to regulate the populations that feed on plankton. Their actions ripple through the ecosystem, affecting life far beyond their immediate reach. But dolphins are more than just predators. They exhibit curiosity, playfulness, and cooperation rarely seen in other species. They protect injured members and form lifelong bonds. In them, the Pacific reveals a new phase of life, one guided by intelligence and social connection. As the sun sets and the ocean darkens, the dolphin pods continue their journey. Yet even they are not the final expression of life. Far offshore, where the Pacific becomes vast and seemingly infinite, the water rises and falls with slow, powerful swells. Gliding through the open ocean is the blue whale. It is the largest animal that has ever lived on Earth. Longer than a basketball court, heavier than even the largest dinosaurs. The blue whale represents an achievement of life unlike anything that has come before. Yet its power is built not on teeth, speed, or aggression. It is built on abundance. Despite its immense size, the blue whale feeds almost exclusively on krill, tiny crustaceans no bigger than a human finger. These krill gather in dense swarms drawn by blooms of plankton. When feeding, the whale lunges forward, engulfing a huge volume of seawater, then filters it through its baleen plates, trapping millions of krill in a single mouthful. In that moment, the entire chain of life converges. They follow invisible pathways shaped by temperature, currents, and the seasonal pulse of plankton and krill. This is the culmination of life in the ocean, and with every breath the blue whale takes, the cycle begins again. Unlike any other species, humans do not hunt just to survive. They harvest on an industrial scale. Using technology instead of adaptation, they reach into every level of the marine world. From coastal reefs to the deepest waters, Fishing fleets remove millions of tons of life each year. Species are taken faster than they can recover. Migration patterns shift, and food chains are stretched thin. The absence of one population puts pressure on many others. On the surface, the ocean bears visible scars. Plastic fragments drift with the plankton, mistaken for food by fish, turtles, and seabirds. Chemicals from rivers spread silently into the sea. The noise from ships and sonar fills the deep, disrupting the communication of whales and dolphins. Even the climate has become part of the equation. As the planet warms, the Pacific absorbs vast amounts of heat and carbon dioxide. Coral reefs bleach and weaken. The distribution of plankton changes with the temperature. The very foundation of the system begins to shift. As the foundation changes, everything above it is forced to adapt. And yet, humanity is not merely a disruptive force. It is also one of unique awareness. For the first time in the ocean's history, one species can observe the entire system, measure its currents, and track its migrations. Marine protected areas are beginning to form. Fishing practices are evolving. Conservation efforts are allowing some populations to recover. Sea slugs, the ocean's colorful enigmas. Beneath the surface, where vibrant corals and schools of fish drift, there exists a hidden world of colorful creatures. Among the most fascinating and visually striking are sea slugs, a group of soft-bodied, often brilliantly colored mollusks found in marine environments worldwide. Sea slugs, also known as nudibranchs, come in an extraordinary diversity of colors, shapes, and sizes. From neon pinks to electric blues and fiery oranges, these creatures seem almost otherworldly. Their colorful bodies are often covered in intricate frills and tentacle-like extensions, which give them a unique appearance. But these creatures are not just beautiful. They also play a crucial role in the ocean's ecosystem. Sea slugs are a type of gastropod mollusk and have evolved specialized feeding habits. Some species feed on algae, others consume sponges, while some even prey on venomous organisms. In doing so, they help regulate the populations of these creatures. What makes sea slugs even more fascinating is their defensive capabilities. Many species have developed incredible mechanisms to protect themselves. Some sea slugs store toxins from the organisms they consume, making them poisonous to potential predators. Others display bright colors as a warning signal, letting predators know they are toxic and should be avoided. Some species can even sequester toxins from other creatures, turning them into their own defensive weapons. Beyond their beauty and defense mechanisms, sea slugs are also remarkable for their ability to regenerate body parts. Some species can regrow lost appendages, allowing them to recover from injuries. The study of sea slugs has opened new doors in the field of marine biology and has even led to the discovery of potential medical properties. Scientists are studying the chemical compounds found in some species of sea slugs for their potential use in pharmaceuticals. The beautiful and mysterious sea slugs of the ocean remind us that even the smallest of creatures can hold great significance. The octopus, masters of the deep. Beneath the surface, one of the most intriguing of all creatures thrives, the octopus. With its malleable body, 8 arms, and its power of camouflage, the octopus is both mysterious and intelligent. These incredible animals can change their color and texture to blend in perfectly with their surroundings. What truly sets the octopus apart is its extraordinary intelligence. Renowned for its problem-solving abilities, an octopus can open jars, navigate through mazes, and even escape from enclosures. In some instances, they have been observed using tools or manipulating objects in their environment to acquire food. The arms of an octopus are a marvel in their own right. Each arm is covered in suckers that can grip, hold, and manipulate objects with incredible precision. These suckers are not just for gripping. They also contain sensitive chemoreceptors, allowing the octopus to taste its environment. The octopus's most remarkable trait is its ability to regenerate. If it loses an arm, it can grow a new one. This ability gives the octopus an incredible survival advantage, ensuring it remains a formidable predator. Another fascinating aspect is its defense mechanism. When threatened, an octopus can release a cloud of ink, creating a disorienting screen for a predator. Additionally, many octopus species have remarkable mimicking abilities, often changing their shape and texture to resemble other sea animals, such as sea snakes or lionfish. But for all its remarkable abilities, the octopus is not invincible. It is a solitary animal, often living in dens and avoiding other creatures. The octopus remains one of the most captivating and mysterious animals in the ocean, continually fascinating scientists and explorers alike. The manta ray, the winged souls of the ocean. In the vast blue, where sunlight filters through in shifting patterns, comes one of the ocean's most graceful forms, the manta ray. With a wingspan that can reach 23 feet, it glides through the water as if flying in slow motion. Its movement is poetry written in currents. Each sweep of its fins lifts it higher, each turn a silent dance. Unlike the stingray, the manta bears no venom, no barb, no hidden threat. It is, instead, a gentle filter feeder, banking slowly through nutrient-rich waters to sift tiny organisms from the sea. Divers who have encountered a feeding manta describe the experience as being in the presence of an angelic figure. A creature whose size should inspire fear, but instead radiates only peace. Their bodies are living canvases, dark on top, light below, and marked with unique patterns on their underside. These markings, like fingerprints, allow scientists to identify individuals over years and across oceans. Some mantas are known to return to the same reefs and cleaning stations, where smaller fish gather to pick parasites from their great wings. But the most breathtaking spectacle of all is the manta's leap. On rare occasions, these giants launch themselves from the sea, soaring for a moment in the air before crashing back down. Why they do this remains a mystery. Perhaps to communicate, to remove parasites, or simply as an expression of vitality. Whatever the reason, it is one of nature's purest sights, a creature of the water momentarily defying its world. The manta ray is also one of the most intelligent of all fish. Their large brain, the largest of any ray or shark relative to body size, suggests complex behavior and memory. Observers have witnessed them approaching divers with curiosity, circling slowly as if to study them in return. In their calm gaze, there is something almost knowing, a reminder that the ocean holds forms of awareness we are only just beginning to comprehend. Yet, like so many of the sea's giants, the manta ray is under threat. Targeted in some regions for its gill plates and vulnerable to entanglement in nets. Conservation efforts are now seeking to protect these souls of the ocean, recognizing that their survival is tied to the health of the entire marine ecosystem. To meet a manta ray is to witness balance power without aggression, size without dominance, and mystery without menace. It reminds us that beauty in the ocean is not always hidden in the small, but also found in the grand and the mighty. As it banks its great wings and vanishes into the blue, the question remains, will we allow the manta ray to continue its endless flight? The answer lies with us. For in protecting the manta, we protect the very grace of the ocean itself. The whale shark, the gentle giant. In the vast blue expanse of the tropics drifts the world's largest fish, the whale shark. Despite its colossal size, growing up to 40 feet in length and weighing over 20 tons, it is not a fearsome predator, but a placid filter feeder. Yet, so much of their lives remains unknown. Where they give birth, how long they live, and the full extent of their migrations are still secrets. Every encounter is fleeting, like a glimpse into an unfinished story the ocean is not yet ready to reveal. For divers, to swim alongside a whale shark is to feel both awe and humility. Its massive body moves with the gentlest flick of its tail, dwarfing any human nearby. Yet it shows no aggression, only a calm indifference, as if a person were just another floating presence on its endless journey. Its skin, patterned with white spots and stripes, reflects the sunlight like stars scattered across a dark sky. But the story of the whale shark is also one of fragility. These giants face growing threats from human activity. accidental entanglement in fishing nets, collisions with ships, and the degradation of their coastal habitats. Though protected in many countries, their slow growth and late maturity make them especially vulnerable. Each whale shark lost is a loss that echoes across generations, a reminder that even the gentle giants of the ocean are not safe. It is a symbol of balance, of the harmony between size and gentleness, between mystery and revelation. Its presence reminds us that the ocean is not just a place of predators and prey, but also of peace and extraordinary beauty. The question remains, in a world where the largest fish feeds on the smallest of fare, can we find a way to live with similar grace? The whale shark shows us that power does not always roar. Sometimes it simply glides by, leaving only wonder in its wake. And as night falls, the struggle for survival continues, silent, brutal, but also filled with wonder. For in every breath of nature, life will always find a way, no matter how fragile. In the dense forests of Central Africa, chimpanzees, our closest living relatives, live in incredibly cohesive social groups with clear hierarchies and some of the most complex behaviors in nature. The chimpanzee diet consists mainly of fruits, young leaves, seeds, and insects. And they are known to use tools, such as sticks to fish for termites and stones to crack nuts, demonstrating a remarkable evolutionary intelligence. However, in recent decades, scientists have observed a notable shift. Chimpanzees have begun to hunt vertebrate prey, particularly red colobus monkeys. Meat is not only a valuable source of protein, but also a tool for forging social bonds. Males share meat with females, or their allies, to strengthen their position. From gentle fruit gatherers, chimpanzees have transformed into strategic hunters, using their intelligence and coordination to adapt to a fiercely competitive environment. The journey for survival takes us across the globe to a frozen land that governs all life. In the icy forests and snow-covered plains of North America, the gray wolf is a symbol of coordination, discipline, and resilience. They are not solitary or reckless creatures. They live by the strength of the pack. A full-grown wolf weighs from 77 to 132 pounds, with a muscular build. They can travel dozens of miles a day through forests, snow-covered hills, and frozen streams in search of prey. But what makes the grey wolf truly formidable is not its strength, but its cohesive social structure, which resembles a true family. Each pack has from 6 to over 15 individuals, led by an alpha pair. The other members assist in hunting, raising the young, and defending the territory. The enemy is not only the harsh wilderness, but also the scarcity of prey. So, instead of chasing small animals, grey wolves focus on larger game like moose, deer, and especially bison. Bison can weigh up to a ton and stand 3 times taller than a wolf, but by using intelligent encircling tactics, the pack can turn this giant into a feast for all. On a white morning with biting winds, a pack of grey wolves moves silently across the snow-covered plains. On the horizon, a herd of bison slowly crosses the prairie. The chosen prey is a young bison that has fallen behind the herd. The wolves do not attack immediately. They wait, and then the opportunity comes. Victory comes not from individual power, but from discipline, persistence, and perfect coordination. In a frozen world where every day is a test of survival, the grey wolf has turned teamwork into its greatest instinct. In the frigid oceans of the North Pacific and North Atlantic, amidst the white-capped waves and bottomless depths, humpback whales emerge as silent giants. They can reach up to 50 feet in length and weigh over 33 tons, and are characterized by their long pectoral fins, like great arms sweeping through the water. Despite their colossal size, humpback whales are mostly solitary, gathering only during mating or migration seasons. However, when it comes to feeding, especially when they hunt schools of herring or krill, they will cooperate closely to execute one of the ocean's most spectacular strategies: bubble net feeding. This temporary cooperation shows that even solitary creatures know when they need an ally. And when they do, they act with absolute precision. Orcas are the apex predators of the ocean. Members of the dolphin family, they grow up to 30 feet long and weigh nearly 6.5 tons, and are renowned for their striking black and white coloration and extraordinary intelligence. They live in small groups called pods, typically consisting of mothers and their offspring. It is an incredibly cohesive matriarchal society. Thanks to complex communication skills, they hunt with high strategy and coordination. Their prey is diverse, from small fish and seals to large sharks and even whale calves. Orcas even teach their young how to hunt by simulating situations, something rarely seen outside the human sphere. Intelligent and highly organized, they are the true queens of the deep sea. When the rains flood the Amazon and the forest floor is submerged, the piranha, a notoriously predatory fish, enters a unique phase of hunting. Piranhas typically live in schools, possessing razor-sharp teeth, swift reflexes, and an extremely keen sense of smell. They feed mainly on small fish, carrion, and insects. In the vast, flooded world of the Amazon forest, the piranha is a predator that doesn't need to move, but rather lets its prey fall into its trap. On the sun-scorched grasslands of Africa, a land of magnificent names, like lion, leopard, crocodile, and hyena. Few would suspect that an animal bearing a less than elegant name, like the warthog, is one of the savannah's fiercest warriors. Though neither as elegant nor as graceful as a cheetah, the warthog lives a long and comfortable life, thanks to its clever strategies and the natural weapons on its face, its tusks. At first glance, they might seem like a wilder version of a domestic pig. With a short, stocky body, thick, sparsely haired skin, and a face full of warts. But do not be deceived by their strange appearance. What stands out most are their long, upward-curving upper tusks, which, along with their sharp lower tusks, form a highly effective weapon. They often use abandoned burrows, especially those made by aardvarks, as shelters. When they enter the burrow, they reverse in, pointing their tusks towards the entrance, creating an impregnable fortress. In their daily lives, warthogs eat grass, roots, and occasionally insects, living a simple but highly adapted existence. They run with their tails held erect like an antenna, giving them a quick and quirky appearance, but making them unpredictable and difficult for predators to hunt. The warthog may not win the savannah's beauty contest, but if there were a competition for resilient survival, it would surely be a top contender. In a world where beauty can sometimes be a trap, the warthog's ruggedness and tenacity are the keys to survival. There is one thing that few would suspect. The warthog, seemingly solitary and shy, has a close ally in the wild world: the mongoose. On the arid plains of Africa, when the heat is intense and parasites begin to multiply on a warthog's skin, there are no spas open for business. But not to worry, for there is a mobile grooming team. The banded mongoose appears, ready for service. Whenever the warthogs feel the need for some personal care, they lie on their bellies, stretch out their legs, and settle onto the ground. But it is actually a polite invitation. The mongooses scurry over, hop onto the warthog's back, and begin to remove ticks, mites, parasites, and dead skin cells. In return, they receive a hearty, easy-to-find meal without having to dig. This relationship is a perfect symbiosis, where everyone benefits. The warthog gets cleaned, feels more comfortable, and is less prone to skin infections. Meanwhile, the mongoose gets a full stomach, stays safe, and enjoys a bristle massage. Not all large animals have the patience and intelligence required to cooperate in this way, but the warthog does. Beneath the brilliant light of day, there are shadows that are more silent and more dangerous, hunting with absolute precision. At the edge of the short grass, where steam rises from the hot rocks and birds hop restlessly, the caracal crouches, its tufted ears erect, attentive to the slightest sound. With its golden coat, slender body, and erect ears, the caracal is a skilled predator of the arid regions. Its powerful hind legs allow it to leap over 10 feet into the air and catch birds in flight with its sharp claws. Living a solitary life at the edge of the forest and among the bushes, the caracal needs to make no sound. If the caracal is a predator of heat and dust, its relatives have chosen other battlegrounds, no less harsh.